Hi, Queenmlv coming to you from Las Vegas. It is Tuesday, August 3rd, 2010. Didn't get a lot done this week because I was in Wisconsin, but I'm back. On the farm quilt, just so you don't think that I forgot about the farm quilt, I am working on this sunflower and it's coming along slowly but surely, and then once I get the sunflower done, I think the other blocks will start going a little faster again. This is the center that's not cut out yet, and then here's the part that I've done of the flower. So, making progress on that. It's going to be like that. I made a Harry Potter block this week, so that's good. I made the golden egg. Whoops, it's upside down in it. Made two of these. And these are patterns from Connie Tessier, and I'll talk a little bit about those in a minute. I want to show you one more thing that I made. I made some pillowcases for my bed. Used the hot dog pillowcase tutorial from Offengen, and so I ended up with opposite pillows, coordinating, not opposite. So here's the one, and here's the coordinating one. I have some pictures for you, and then I put a monogram on them. Can you see that? So that's pretty cool. So these will go on my bed. So that's all that I made this week, but what I wanted to talk to you about was a paper piecing method that is, I hope it's not anticlimactic because of the build-up, but it's a really simple idea that might be helpful to you. When you make a paper pieced block and it's in different sections, you may have the problems that I ended up with. The problems I had were that you can't always get them lined up perfectly, and then when it's finished, I always leave extra on the outside edges anyway so I can trim it and do what I want, but what you end up with isn't always square. So you end up taking your ruler and trying to block 5.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5 inches where you want it on the design, because the lines aren't exactly square. So when I was fighting this on my chest, my wizard's chest block, I was thinking at the time, that's why I'm a paper piecer. We don't have these problems. Our things line up, our things are square. We don't have all these problems that I'm facing by taking my paper pieced sections and piecing them together. So I got to thinking, why not paper piece them? So I thought I would try it, and I did try it on the golden egg on Connie's pattern because it's just made for this technique. She has, this comes in 6 sections, and it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and the sewing order is A to B to C to D to E to F. So all I did, I'll show you a picture of the pattern here. And then what I did was I printed what you just saw, the one that's called Without Seams. And I ignored all the lines on there except the ones outlining each section. So it then appears to be a single block with 7 pieces on it, and I used that as my paper pieced pattern. So here's how that came out. And of course I make 2 of everything, so I tried it with leaving the paper on and taking the paper off before doing it. And I have to say, if it's a simple piece, and I would call this one more on the simpler side, doing this one without the paper on it worked just fine. But I could tell with when you leave the paper on, if you can see through your paper, you can absolutely line everything up so perfectly, because you're taking the pattern and putting it onto itself and then sewing, and it's twice, you're taking off 2 layers of paper, but one of them's bigger, and it's not a problem. So I think on a really intricate piece, or if something is really temperamental on how it needs to line up, then you should leave your paper on. And if it's a little less detailed, or you don't want to take paper off, double paper off, then take the paper off before you piece it together. So it's just paper piecing the sections back together, and then what you end up with is a square and with seam allowance, and you can just cut it perfectly as designed. So anyway, just a thought. Nothing earth-shattering, but it is a good technique for those times when you find yourself saying, why am I piecing this together? I'm a paper piecer. So I think that's all. I'm starting on a thestral, and pretty excited about that. This golden egg is block 120, 240 if you're counting both quilts, and so I'm just about there, ready to start piecing them together. I actually pieced the first row together. It's stripped and ready to go. I want to confirm what my other pieces are, because I'm putting them chronologically, and I don't want to make a piece and then figure out that I need to start ripping to add it in where it goes. So anyway, coming along. Oh, wait, I forgot. I also did the beginner block for the Twilight block of the month this month for August, and it's really cute. It's Edward's eye, and it's kind of freaky. It's kind of staring at you. I don't have it within reach, but I have a scan of it, so I'll put that up right here. I again encourage you to go over to Twilight Crafts in LiveJournal if you haven't been there. These block of the month things are just amazing, and if you have any interest in Twilight, or if you're like me and you have a daughter with an interest in Twilight, then you might want to check these out, because they do more than block of the month. They do a whole bunch of Twilight crafts, and it's pretty neat over there. Hardhat Cat designs these block of the month things, and they're amazing. So anyway, hope you have a great week. Bye.